These videos are satiric reviews. You don't have to agree, but don't bitch about it.
So you might have been following my story on Mr. Gunk, the online pedophile hunter who was preying upon a teenage girl. But it's okay, because it only happened once, and that was 2 years ago, when he was still in his late 30s, but that somehow makes it okay. If you followed that video all the way through, you learned the man exposing him. Train, or better known to the internet as Mr. No Fucks Given, was actually a convicted sex offender, who had already done time for possessing porn of a child under the age of 8. It was a real M. Night Shyamalan twist ending there that kept me and my audience engaged and invested when we listened to the original streams in my own live stream. You may have even seen my It's a Conspiracy video, in which we checked in with the pedo hunter community following it in the aftermath. And wouldn't you know, it's only gotten worse. Right about now, the entire online movement is running around as the perpetual chicken without its head. It's kind of become the snake that eats its own tail. Everyone's pointing in each other's directions, proclaiming people within their own movement as either perverts or pervert supporters. Which kind of reminds me of something.
No! Instead, they started getting frightened of each other. Witch! So they burned witches.
Wake Now is the brilliant YouTube user who I'm not entirely convinced isn't Alex Jones in disguise, who of course is in actuality just Bill Hicks in disguise. Wake Now was a YouTuber who proclaimed that I and a number of other YouTubers were actually working with the cyber creeps as opposed to against them. They made a lot of claims and false allegations toward me and a few other YouTubers, saying that I, Jamie Deluxe, Gunk, someone named Honeybee, and some guy named Titty Frost were all in on it. That we're all part of a big, multi-channel network. And while I can't speak for anyone else beside myself, you'll see that I'm on my own. I don't have a network. Mainly because I don't really play well with others, and I don't like being told what to do, so as you imagine, I'm not exactly employee of the month material. And my ex-bosses will tell you that too. Yup, holy shit is right. They're all on the same multi-channel network, covering each other. Pizza gators and pedos working together. Sijw was in on it though. Weird. Also, he has a wrestling channel, and a lot of his viewers are kids and teens, and he does live streams like this. Check out my channel. Like and sub if you desire. This shit is weird. I was in on what? And no, most of my viewers are adults. What are you on about? Of course, then he didn't respond to me or any of the VTards actively talking to him. Came back after 2 months of working with Honeybee, Sergeant Report, and obviously Sijw was in on it, because he has handed the information to post before the originals all got scrubbed. Gained another 12,000 subs. Me? No, I didn't. I'm not even at 12,000 subs. I'm at 11K. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Now Melissa Honeybee is admitting that she knows pedophiles in the Pizzagate community. But her, Gunk, Sergeant, and Titus Frost? No, fuck that. His name is Titty Frost from now on. Although, actually, I just looked him up, and he did say nice things about me, so... You're Titty Frost from now on. I'm sorry. You can't have a name like that and not expect me to do that to it. You are Titty Frost from forevermore. Can't dox these cunts because they're binded by contract to the same MCN, multi-channel network. Therefore, it concludes that this is the psychological operation, not helping children, but enabling pedophiles to be closer to children online, the complete antitheist of their work represents. What evidence do you have that Sijw is in with these people? Having information before deletion doesn't mean he's necessarily involved. He's got extensive pedophile exposés early on his channel. He started doing the pedogate type vids, randomly turned it into a wrestling channel, and then he busted a few wrestling pedos, then exposed Gunk. Really weird turn of events. Then he had this naked chick bathing in the little satanic bikini top on a fucking live stream, for Christ's sakes. And Doughboy was on there. He's involved with Jamie, Sergeant Gunk, and Honeybee. But tell me, how can he dissuade people from Gunk yet still be supporting him? He called him a pedo despite saying he was doing it with someone who turned out to be overage. Working a contract for the same multi-channel network, I'm guessing. I'm still digging. That wasn't an answer to his question. None of what you said makes any... You know what? Fuck it. Just, it's fine. No, it's okay. There's other things that I could do. We'll move on. There's too much. It's just too much. Too much stupid. Now, how would they come to this leap in logic, one may ask themselves? Well, it's because I made the video on Gunk, a video in which I expose him, I mock him relentlessly, a video which Gunk has desperately tried to get pulled down, as he has successfully pulled down other videos. Now, their reasoning for believing this is all because the information first circulated on my channel, after being on Jamie Deluxe's taken down streams. Now, Jamie and me are very, very different people, but we're alike in a few ways, this being one of them. You see, Jamie's affected by every video he makes, as am I when I have to talk about perverts and trying to crack jokes and to keep us all entertained as opposed to entirely disgusted. It's not exactly easy for me to do. It affects me. It's the work I take home for the work that I do at home. I take breaks in between making those videos, and usually large gaps at that, because of how shitty I feel after they're made. Anyway, the point is, after the information came out, Jamie felt shitty and privated the videos. I'd imagine it's kinda hard to find out that your homeboy's a pedo. I mean, I could kinda relate because I got to find out that my homeboy was a rapist. So I guess me and him really aren't picking the cream of the crop to fill out our friends list, you know? I'd asked Jamie for the keys to the chocolate factory in the form of access to those two streams. Because A, that was information I felt needed to be out there, and B, because that was the M. Night Shyamalan twist that none of us ever asked for, and hopefully none of us ever would. The pedo hunter pedo is ousted as a pedo hunting pedo by an even bigger pedo hunting pedo. What? Now somewhere along the lines, they searched my account to find anything incriminating, and what they came up with was this stream. See, now that is Haley Dollar. She's a fetish model, a performer, and she's the co-host of my live streams. And what she's wearing here is a pentagram bikini. So because Haley showed up to my stream in a pentagram bikini, that must mean I'm a Satanist. Which must mean I'm in bed with perverts and working for some fictitious evil MCN. Well, that's pretty sound logic. Except I'm very openly atheist. Agnostic on my better days. What you may not be aware of is I'm not a pimp. And Haley, she's not my hoe. I don't tell her what to wear and what not to wear. I didn't know she'd show up in that. Let alone that she'd show up in a bath. None of that was planned. That was Haley being Haley. And if you know her personally, it's just as normal as her showing up in anything else. I mean, personally, I was proud of her for even putting any clothes on. And that's a victory. That's a victory in my book. That's progress right there. I'm also cutting this off because, as mentioned when we were streaming, entirely too much of Haley was showing. Which is the same reason I had to take down said stream. Although, suspiciously, YouTube approved it anyway. What are you doing, guys? Who's making these rules? Who's making the decisions here? Sorry, guys. This is my YouTube account, not my Pornhub account. Let's move on. With that bit of non-information, Wake Now started spreading that gossip around my own Discord, to the annoyance of basically everyone in the room. I was asked to kick him out repeatedly, but I don't know, I didn't want to harbor stupidity and drama. That's not really what I wanted to do. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, no matter what they are. I don't want to, take away somebody's voice. Of course, from Wake Now's first few posts about how Zionist Jews were trying to advocate pedophilia and his quotable line of, "Facts can't be anti-Semitic," when he first appeared, really should have been a dead giveaway as to the type of person I was dealing with. Despite the bullshit Wake Now was spewing in my Discord, I let him go on for a bit, maybe like a day or so. Because honestly, at first, I kind of figured it was a troll. But after he continually tried to disprove me and make me part of the problem, in front of an audience who all just wanted him to fuck off, I figured I'd better let him go. And that's not an exaggeration either. He was tagging other people in the Discord stating that they're interested in what he has to say, and ultimately he gained a mass following of 0 people who actually were. He actually pissed a lot of people off by insinuating that they were listening to him. Of course, my Discord being what it is, a room full of VTards. By the way, if you're not joined, why aren't ya? He was memed to high heaven. Now, Wake and his 3 or 4 followers often do streams to their viewing audience of next to no one, talking about myself and others, and getting damn near every piece of information wrong. For starters, they talk about me being a wrestling account, and how suspicious it is that the truth community would give this information to me. Except I'm not. I make videos on wrestling, sure, but you'd also see if you took a look that I also make videos calling out creeps. Hence my playlist, Calling Out Creeps. And in that playlist, I expose predators and take a look back at historically horrific cases, such as the Gary Glitter and Jimmy Savile cases. The reason being that these are cautionary tales, and hopefully those watching will keep a third eye open about child abuse and how unfortunately common it's become. Or at least it was. Wake now and his followers constantly complain about me obtaining the streams and how I obtain them. It must be the MCN! It's gotta be the MCN! Except, I asked him. I just asked him. It's that simple. I asked Jamie if I could use them, and he agreed. He said, yeah. They make comments about how my channel is made up of children. Which, if you meant man-child, then yeah, I'd be inclined to agree with you. But children as in underage kids? No. That's a bold-faced lie. Look, as a matter of fact, I'll clear this up now. Here's the statistics, but I'll clear it up anyway. If you are underage, and you're listening to me, stop. Unsubscribe now, and come back to the channel when you're 18. You know what? Fuck it. Make it 20. You don't want to expose yourself to my cynicism too soon, you know? So, I'll take the subscriber loss. I mean, it's not like I'm making money off YouTube anymore. So I'll take this loss, I'll take the L, but for your own benefit, leave and come back at a later date. My guess would be that they think this because I'm a quote-unquote wrestling channel in their eyes, and I must be quote-unquote for children, because apparently, again, quote-unquote, wrestling is for children. Except it's not. That's just one demographic. And the videos I make are clearly not geared toward them, as most of my wrestling content consists of backstage behind-the-scenes stories, constant cursing, a complete mockery of the workers they know and love, and things that otherwise would not make sense or appeal to a 10-year-old. My videos are not for kids. They're for the grown-up children raising them. I didn't randomly turn my channel into anything. I make multiple types of content in succession with each other. Sometimes there's a gap in between which topic. That's why I have everything broken into categories. Didn't change anything. Didn't turn into something. I'm not a fucking transformer. I make more than one type of content. And if you want to be technical, if you want to get on that level, I made wrestling content first. It wasn't until I exposed a wrestling pedo that I started making pedo exposés. Then you have the claim that Doughboy, a lesser-known YouTuber, check that guy out by the way, he's pretty cool, haven't heard from him in a few months, so spam his account with MIA Doughboy 2018. They say that Doughboy was in the same stream as Haley and I. And nope, he wasn't. And anyone who took the time to listen and watch the stream, as opposed to skimming through it for some imagery they could put on their Pepe Sylvia wall, would know that. Me and Haley were watching and reacting to a stream in which I appeared with Doughboy. He wasn't present with us. And you should be able to tell that not only from hearing it in the stream, but also from him randomly pausing in place perfectly as Haley and I pause the stream to commentate. Doing. You guys ready to take a trip? You guys ready to get sad? Let's get real sad together. Let's all just get real sad. The strangest thing about this whole fucked up thing is that the guys that broke this story removed the content pertaining to this Mr. Goof guy. They then gave it to the SIJW to release. Oh, you've never heard of the SIJW? Well, that's because he has a channel that mostly does wrestling videos. He has a video of some chick in a bathtub naked from waist down so you could see her coochie. I fucking digress. Like, what the fuck is that about? Think about it for a second. It's a non-disclosure, not a release of information. This Sijw channel should not have been the way to show the world Mr. Goof is a creep. It should have been through the twofer community. Once again, that shows these guys all work together to make cash and don't give a shit about helping kids. Sijw, I mean no offense to you. At least you put it out there. A good thing to do, obviously. But where did you come from? I've never seen you around till they asked you to do this disclosure. Does anyone still think that YouTube isn't controlled as MSN? As MSM? Yeah. There's a lot of money I'm making. Look at that shit. Oh, fucking $86. And I can't even get it because it's not 100. Look at the last payment. This is sad, people. This is my life. Then you have them in comments of my videos and their own videos. And I don't even know what this guy's angry about. He's pissed that I'm not someone in the truth community. He's mad that I don't have legitimacy. Where have I been? I've been here, Freddy. I've been here the whole time, just no one gave a fuck. Sijw went by a different name originally. I can't really talk about it here at the moment. I will chat with you later about it. Then I have this chick, Boxy, saying I went by a different name originally, and she can't really talk about it here. What is this, the fucking CIA? Are you some secret fucking agent? What name did I go by? I would love to know. I guarantee to you, that this bitch is gonna say Grapple Vision. Guaranteed. It's either that or she's just gonna pull some shit out of her ass. And let me help you here, sweetheart. Because here's a video I made back when, the title of which, I'm not Grapple Vision. Hey guys, I'm Social Justice Warrior V Infuso here, and this is just a friendly reminder that I am not Grapple Vision. I know how that might be a little confusing, is like, you know, I appear on this channel from time to time, you know, and your mind may correlate my face with this channel, but I'm here to tell you that your mind is fucking stupid. Grapple Vision, not me. I'm somebody who appears on Grapple Vision. Grapple Vision is actually run by a guy who prefers to go by the alias of Tonka. Made a year or so ago when the channel got confused by me being the first face they saw on that channel. Who everyone knows by now Tonka saw was Grapple Vision. Most people have come to realize that, as it's been said 3 million fucking times. I was just some schmuck that he let on every now and again. And the fans, well, the fans, they hated it, quite frankly. Yeah, they did not like it. They couldn't stand it. But that's neither here nor there. Well, some interesting news has come out of late. Because it seems that these people, who I'm just finding out, I'm sure it's not news for other people, but I'm just finding out, it seems that these people were actually moderators on Gunk's Discord. So what is their agenda here, ultimately?
I don't know!
Are they delusional, self-righteous assholes who wrongfully believe they're condemning the wrong? Are they working with Gunk in order to disillude the demographic? Are they friends of No Fucks Given? Are they part of his bibliotic crusade against pedo hunters?
I don't know!
I don't know. I have no fucking idea. But I'll tell you what, because I did mention earlier how Jamie and I are different. You see, now Jamie, after being called all these things, accused of some really disgusting and horrendous shit, turned around and made peace with Wake Now. He turned around, he made peace with them. I see Wake Now sucking his dick in every live stream that the guys had a chance to do. Like just fucking stroking it, fucking cradling the balls like a motherfucker. And Jamie is at peace with that. And that's good for Jamie. Jamie, if you're listening, no offense to you. I'm just using you as an example here. This is how he and I are different. Because the truth of the matter is while context is key, and intent is important, there comes a point where the overall actions and the consequences of those actions speak louder than their original intent. Whether they're intentionally slandering, whether they believe the shit they spew, it doesn't matter anymore. When you made bold accusations, such as you did, that someone is actively supporting the sickest individuals allowed to walk the earth, I could honestly give a fuck less what your intentions were. I'm sorry, man. Jamie is a lot better of a man than I'll ever be, because I I don't have that kind of forgiveness in me. That's just not in my DNA. Call me crazy, but y'all fucking nuts. I made this video not only to correct some clear inconsistencies or just overall inaccurate statements that anyone who would have taken the 15 minutes out of their day could have corrected, but also to explain my channel. Because you see, people like Wake Now, people like fucking Freddy, people like this fucking Boxy bitch, they're the reasons I will never, ever make just one type of content. They're the reasons I will not include myself in any kind of community. I appreciate the invitation, but it's not for me. This is why I will never try to hit one demographic or label myself as anything other than a complete dickhead. Because they're the bottom of the barrel. They're the worst example of a certain group, and undoubtedly they're what the quote-unquote truth community will always be compared to. They're the go-to prime example of why no one takes that shit seriously. Because at the end of the day, even the people who might have something, they might have a little information out there, they're gonna be seen as batshit crazy conspiracy theorists. I'm not part of any community other than my own, and nor will I be accepting an invitation into one. I'd rather be an example of no one other than myself, for better or worse. Watching my past videos, I'd hope that you all know my stance on pedophiles and those who in any capacity think it's okay to abuse a child. They deserve castration and a lobotomy. In that order, too. I would never in any capacity help a child abuser. And when the issues come up, and I found out about one in my own online or real-life circles, I've spoken up and said something despite whatever our relationship was. Whether it was my wrestling trainer or some dude that I met in a live stream. It's amazing how I can make the content that I make, call out people like Gunk when no one else was, and still at the end of the day get pegged as someone who's in support of these monsters. Which is only further proof that I'm the type of person who could save a bunch of kids from a burning orphanage, and there would still be people claiming that I lit the match. What a thankless job. And I'll close with this. If guilt by association, and by association I mean guilt by proxy of making videos, is a thing, what does that make you, the former mods of Mr. Gunk's Discord? What does that make you when all your content is spent trying to convince people of a mass conspiracy consisting of C and Z-list YouTubers? So with that being said, I'm the social injustice warrior V Infuso, and if you like the words that came out of my mouth hole and you too want to become a VTard, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's plenty more where this video came from. Follow me on Twitter because, hell, why not? It's not considered stalking if it's on the internet, am I right? And don't forget to join the Discord. I don't have anything catchy to add to that, but just join it. Just go do it. And if you have a free moment of time and a free dollar to spare, then head over to my Patreon, where for just $1, you too could help keep this boat afloat. And if you don't have that dollar, but you do have a free moment of time, then hit the share button. It will help me out tremendously.
VTart, oh.
Hey guys, hopefully we'll have a less disgusting topic next week. So I was going to use a bunch of their videos in here, but all they do is repeat the dialogue I have from my own Discord and YouTube comments, so I just figured, fuck it, not really worth sitting through all that editing. So, hope this was good enough.